What's going on, man? It's Selna Kim here, America's face of dating, and today we have a really good question from a viewer on my last video named Sam, and he wants to know really how to be indifferent if your girl is talking to other guys. And this is something that a lot of guys, even me, I used to struggle with this back in the day, and so I learned something very key that I'm going to give to you guys today, totally on me, of course. You know I got your back. And so really what I'm going to be giving you is like a story, but really what you want to know here is how to be indifferent, okay? How to be indifferent when you're talking to girls, when you're, especially indifference when you're going through the talking phase. Like girls, they will try to test you and they'll try to make you jealous. You know, they may talk about other guys that they're hanging around or other guys that said this to her or that to her. And really it's a test to see how you react to it, because if you react poorly to it, then you're going to lose that, you're basically going to lose that test or fail that test. It's going to cause her to become less attracted to you and pull away from you. And so let's jump into his question here. He says, before we start, call me Sam. Selna, I have a question. I'm talking to a girl and she has a guy friend. And she has guy friends. Should I tell her that I don't like that she has guy friends? Because I feel like if she has them, then she will think that she can push me around and disrespect me. But the problem is, I don't know if me telling her will make me seem insecure or not. So I don't know to get the standard. So I don't know to set the standard or not. I want to, but just want to, I want to know what you think. Please help. When you tell me exactly what to do, I'm gonna be unstoppable, he says. And be honest, man, I know that you're a shot of whiskey. Keep it up always. Team SK. So, Sam, of course, bro, like I'll start off, I am a shot of whiskey, okay? Like I definitely am that. Like that's what I describe myself as. I don't know if you've seen my other videos, if this is your first video that you're watching of me. Yes, I'm like a shot of whiskey. So I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to give you the truth, the straight up, flat out truth. I'm not the news. It's going to blow some sunshine up your ass. Okay, I'm going to give you the harsh truth because that's the only thing that's going to light a fire under your ass and inspire you to actually grow. Okay, and why I say I'm a shot of whiskey is because, yeah, I'm gonna be tough. Like when you take that shot of whiskey, you're like, oh, like it burns on the way down. But once you get it down, like you're gonna be feeling pretty irate. You're gonna be feeling pretty good. So all you gotta do is just get that shot down. And you'll be feeling good, because I get a lot of people that come into my DMs and they message me and they're like, hey man, like I never had a father figure in my life. Like my father died, or my father left when I was small, and you've always been that light, that kind of guide in my life. And I was like, I really appreciate when people DM me that and tell me that, because it shows that I'm really impacting. That's awesome. And so let's keep fucking moving, right? But basically the story that I want to tell you, Sam, is that back when I was a club promoter, I was dating some of the most beautiful women in the world. They were dancers, cheerleaders, athletes, anything you can really think of. And there was this one specific girl from my book that I talk about, Waking the Core of Man. And so you can actually read a free preview on my website. For absolutely free on me if you just apply to the email newsletter. But her name was Nadia. And so if you've been in my book, if you've read my book, then you probably know who Nadia is. And basically what really happens is that I don't tell this story in the book. Okay, I keep it out because I want to tell you actually in video right now. And that's what this story is that she was absolutely gorgeous. She was this Honduran girl, black hair, tan skin, like she was just a solid 10 out of 10. Like she was so hot physically, and she was a very popular, I think she was a pace-mate. Yeah, so she was one of those NBA dancers for the Pacers basketball team, like the professional basketball team. She was one of those cheerleader girls, and basically she knew like everybody. She knew literally everyone. Okay, she knew literally famous DJs. She knew Tiesto, Nightmare Company. Like she knew all like the EDM, like famous DJs. And basically we're at this, so like me and her were dating for like a little while, and we went to this private pool party, right? And one of these guys are performing. I can't really say who it is, but one of them is performing there. And it's like 1,000 people at this private pool party, and like he's performing on like a stage, and literally he sees me and Nadia walk in together, and he stops the concert, literally stops the fucking concert to come down and talk to her. To just walk down and just have a conversation with her. He's like, he puts it on pause. He's like, 1 second, guys. Goes down just to talk to her. And so literally he pauses everything, walks down, starts talking to her, like right next to me. Like, I'm not really being talked to, like it's just them talking. And so what would most guys do in that position, right? What would most guys do? They would freak out. They'd be like, oh my God, they'd be like awkwardly standing to the side trying to like listen on the conversation. Like, are they flirting? Like, did they sleep together before? Like, what's going on over here, right? And like, what did I do though? I did the complete opposite. Like there was a group of girls like over here, and I was like, okay, well, you guys have fun. Like I'm gonna go over here and talk to these girls over here. I start talking to this group of girls over here, and then what's Nadia doing? Like she's talking to like let's say Tiesto. Like she's talking to Tiesto because I can't. She's talking to Tiesto, let's say, and like and pretend like you're Tiesto, I'm Nadia, and then like the real me is like way over here somewhere, right? Like talking to this like group of girls, like a couple feet away. Like Nadia, she's talking to Tiesto, and she's like, oh yeah, like, oh, you can, like carrots, yeah, for sure. Like, and she's like, 1 second, like she comes and pulls me away from this group of girls. Like she leaves this famous DJ to come and pull me away because she sees me talking to other girls. That's the power of indifference right there. And what that's called is pre-selection, because she sees that I'm getting a good reaction from these girls over here. She gets a little jealous. She's like, okay, you know what? Like, yeah, like I'm gonna go over and pull him away. Actually, now I'm gonna go talk to him. Like, and then he goes back and performs the concert. Like nothing happened there. Okay, nothing happened. And so what I'm trying to say is that if you're worried about her talk, you can't be worried about her talking to other guys, because at the end of the day, if a girl's gonna cheat on you, she's gonna cheat on you. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, that's the worst thing that can probably happen if she's talking to other guys, that she will cheat on you. That's the worst thing. That's nothing worse than that can really happen. And so you gotta think of that. Like you gotta think of the worst case scenario. Like she cheats. Like you can't control that. So like all you can really do is be the best you can be. Like be as happy as you can be. And what I'm trying to say is that, especially if she's the power of indifference. Let's talk about that. Like, so what happened afterward is that we were sitting there, like me and Nadia, we were sitting there, we were having a drink together, and she turns to me and she's like, you know, I find it so incredibly hot that you can see me talking to like other guys and you don't get jealous about that. And you don't get insecure about that. And I turned back to her and like, this is an amazing line. Like, especially like this will basically like, if every other guy's like right here, like you will literally be like way above them after you say this one line. Cause she will say that to you. Like when she sees like, oh, he's not like insecure. Like he goes and talks to someone else. Like if he sees me talking to another guy, like I can't lose him. So like her focus was on me. And so like she turns to me and she says that, she says like, I find it so hot that you don't get jealous that I talk to other guys. And I turned back to her and I was like, listen, Nadia, like just because of you saying that, like I can tell that there's been guys in your past that have probably gotten in arguments with you. You probably had to break up in your past because you couldn't talk to other guys and they're very, very clingy and needy and controlling. Just know that like, I'm not that guy. And it's like, yeah, you got other guys you can talk to. Obviously I have other girls I can talk to, but like, you know what, like I'm never going to be jealous about that. And she was like, and then she got a little jealous right there. She's like, well, like, I don't like you talking to other girls like that. Like, I don't want you flirting with other girls, right? So she started chasing me. Like, you want to always position it like so that she's chasing you. Okay? So like that's the power of indifference. No other guy has that. It's like if you can have that, then you are literally you're like Tanzanite to her, the rarest stone in the world. And so Sam, in your position here, no, I wouldn't. What I would do is exactly what I did. If she is going to talk to other guys and have guy friends, why aren't you having girlfriends? Why aren't you having other girls that you talk to and friends with? Like, why are you banking? Like, why are you putting all your options in for her? Like, why aren't you still having like other friends? Like, you can use that to your advantage, because if she's talking to other guys and you're talking to other girls, then you're going to be getting Snapchats and texts when you're hanging out with her. This is literally going to happen. You're going to be getting Snapchats and texts from her while you're hanging out like other girls, and then she's going to look at your phone and be like, who's that? Right? Like, who are you talking to over here? Like, not like needy or clingy. Maybe it is, but most likely not. Like, she'll just be like, well, who are you talking to? Like, who is that? Like, what does she mean to you? Do you like her? She's going to ask you that. Do you like her? Do you like this girl? Right? That's a common one you're going to get right there. And usually, like, you just say to her, what do you mean? What do you mean? And she's going to be like, well, like, I don't want you flirting with those girls like you're flirting with me. And then you could also bring up, like, other guys. You'd be like, well, like, you have other guy friends. So, like, tell me about that. And then she'll be like, well, we're just friends. Like, I don't really date anybody else. Like, I'm only focused on you. And that's her way of trying to lock you down to a commitment right there. And so just be aware that that can happen. But if you just use, like, you're in a really great position here, because you can just literally, like, if you can show her that you're indifferent, then she's not going to be focused on the other guys that she's friends with. She's going to be focused on you. And I would go, honestly, talk to other girls and get other girls that are friends, or even that you're talking to or sleeping with on occasion, because that's going to make her a little bit jealous to see that you are pre-selected. What is pre-selection? It is one of the triggers that makes women want to be committed to you. Pre-selection means that other girls want you, that you have other very beautiful women that are chasing you, that are pursuing you, that want to date you, that want to flirt with you, that want to talk to you. And girls, they like that shit, even though they'll never admit it. They like that because it helps them understand that they've made a great choice in you. Why is that? It's because they feel special if other girls want you, but they were lucky enough to get you. Okay? So you need to make this girl feel like that. You need to make her feel a little bit jealous. Like light a fire under her ass a little bit to get her to chase you more. Go talk to other girls. If she's talking to other guys and has guy friends, then you should have other girls that are your friends. Okay? You will lose this battle if you don't do that. Okay, you will become very insecure, jealous, needy, and you'll be like, you gotta cut these other guys off. Like, you can never, because, like, it's just friends, right? And you gotta understand that she's gonna cheat on you at the end of the day. She's gonna cheat on you. There's nothing you can fucking do about it, okay? All you can do is be the very best option psychologically. And if you wanna learn how to do that more, then I would highly recommend that you jump into my AMP installment or even read my book. Like, if you haven't read my book yet, you're crazy. I don't know why you haven't if you haven't. At least read that first, and then if you want to jump into my AMP installment, that's my inner circle, and literally it has all of my videos. I'm literally going to put more in it today, like about texting, attraction, the basics to attraction, swiping up to girls' DMs. Like, it has everything you could think of, my prime content in there. There's even a free trial in there. So it's like, go hop in there and go learn some shit, okay? I'm Selna Kim, America's face of dating, and I will see you next time.